Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, Beacon and I just went on a walk at my school because we just had a bunch of snow and ice, and now it rained, like yesterday. So we gotta work on reintroducing her to truncated domes because she wants to jump around them instead of walking through them. Sorry, you're probably seeing my bed. Let me turn this way. There we go. You're probably seeing a wall now. But yeah, so we had to work on, reintroducing her to truncated domes, and I had a sighted person walk with me, and they just kind of observed and explained what she was doing, because sometimes she would like turn and go around them instead of actually walking through them. So we had to work on that, and she did good. It took her a while because some of the truncated domes are a little bit messed up. They're kind of angled, and they're a little bit, like, I guess, lifted above the ground, so they kind of shake a little bit, and she doesn't like that because it's like not solid ground. So trying to teach her to walk on those and reintroducing her to those, because they have loosened a little bit since the snow and ice. So getting her back on that track of it's okay to walk on these. You're not. It's alright. There's no salt. It's not gonna hurt your feet. She has her boots on, but the problem is that sometimes the salt is so thin it gets in her boots anyway. She has the rough wear boots, so they're like the mesh kind, but the salt is like dust, as far as thinness, so it can get in there pretty easily. If she kicks her feet, which she has this habit of doing, if she wears her boots, she'll kick her feet anyway, so the salt just kind of gets in there. She does have a couple scrapes on her paws. I don't know what's going on there. I think it's maybe she stepped on something, or because I take her out to park in like a mulchy area, and people sometimes throw their trash out there, or like sometimes there'll be like wood chips and stuff out there. I don't know why, but sometimes there is. Sorry, you're probably seeing random stuff. Yeah, so she will kind of avoid that, but her feet will get poked, and so maybe that caused some of the problems. Maybe like she stepped in salt and it cut her foot. I don't know. Kind of burned because it got in that cut. But yeah, so we had to reintroduce her to that. So I had a sighted person follow, observe, and then yeah, we just kept walking. So we're back, and I brought her in, took her harness off, went back outside to park time, and then now I'm here, and she's on leash, and she's laying down because she hates getting her boots. Like, she hates wearing them, so she kind of avoids standing as much as possible. Yeah, so here she is. I don't know if y'all can see her. Lower the camera. Say hi. Are you gonna say hi? I don't know. Can you guys? I don't know if you can see her. Sorry, I'm asking you, and you're like not. Yeah, this isn't live, so I can't ask you. But in the comments, if you're sighted, please tell me if you can see my dog, because that would be very helpful. Because I'm blind, so I can't tell you what you see. Because I can't see it myself. So you could be seeing a wall, and I'm like, oh, see that wonderful view, and you're like, no. So please let me know if you're sighted what you're seeing, because it would be helpful as a blind person to know how to handle the camera, or even like what the camera sees, because I have no understanding of distance. So like when y'all are like, yeah, I can see this, and I'm like, that's so far away, how can you see that? Yeah, so anyway, so here's Beacon. Hi, Beak. I'm touching her with the camera, so probably like you can't see her. You might just see like a blurb of yellow. Alright, I'm sitting down here on the floor. I've got the little bag of boots, little booty bag, that's the word. These are rough wear boots. She's laying down. Her paws are away from me. So I might have to put the camera down, but I'm taking one of her paws, her back paw. And the boots are secured with Velcro, so I don't know if you can see. Maybe not. But they're secured with Velcro, so I'll show you once I get it off. I'm just gonna undo the Velcro with one hand and the phone. This might be a horrible video, I apologize. One boot, and she's right licking her foot, which I'm gonna wash her paws after this. So I just take some water and put it in like a baby wipes tub, or like a Lysol wipes tub, and dip her paws in there to get the salt residue out. Alright, so I've got the 2 back paws undone. So they're here. I don't know if you can see. But the bottom of this is like just a normal sole of a shoe, like a human shoe. But instead of having like a heel, it just has like a flat, kind of like what we'd call a slide-in shoe, except there's no back to it. So it just goes around their paw, kind of bends a little bit, and then the top part has a Velcro. So you secure it with Velcro, and there's like mesh in the middle, like very popular shoes today, like my shoes, for example. I don't know if you can see my shoes, but I'm wearing tennis shoes, and they have mesh on the toe part, but there's also like a sole on the bottom. But these ruffler boots have mesh all the way up, not just on the toes, because that'd be weird and that'd be really small. So now I'm just showing you Beacon, but on my other hand, I'm wrapping the band around, like the Velcro around the boot, so making 2 separate boots. And I use them like a tricycle because her back paws are bigger than her front paws. So like if I put the wrong boots on, then some of them will fall off. So I put it like a tricycle. So I put the front ones together by lacing the Velcro together. And then the back ones, I just keep them 2 separate boots. So she's licking everything. Can I see her paw? Alright, so I'm taking her paw. Her dew claw kind of came out of that boot. I think she was digging at it. Someone clipping it. Sorry, I'm just giving descriptions for blind viewers. Because I hate whenever someone doesn't describe a video, and then I'm like, what's happening? So, if you're blind, I'm trying to give a decent description. Sometimes, though, it's hard because some things are easier to feel. Alright, so I'm taking it off. She's licking. Now she's rolling around. And, hold on, Beak. Okay. Easy, Beak. Beacon. Hey. So now she's like beating me with her head because she's so excited. Alright, I'm gonna put these boots together real quick. You're probably seeing random stuff. Okay. So I've got the back boots, the front boots together, back boots are separate. I put them in the bag. I'm gonna set the camera down real quick so I can do that. Now you're seeing the floor. And if you hear that noise, that's Beacon rolling around on the floor. You probably heard a collar jingling. She has collar bells on. Very sneaky lady. So, okay, I'm closing the bag for everyone now because you guys can't see because the camera's covered. Alright, so I got the camera now. Alright, I'm still recording. So, right now she's like on the floor licking everything. Now she's on her back. I'm rubbing her belly. Belly. And she's kind of rolling around still, like pushing her head against the carpet. So she has a gentle leader, which is not a muzzle, 2 different things. It goes around her nose and the top of her head, like behind her ears. Ew, don't eat hair. I don't know where she got that. Pulling hair out of her mouth. Okay. That's my hair. Gross. Okay. Anyway, so she has a gentle leader, and it basically gives me more control of her head. She is a scavenger, so I have to really watch that, and we haven't gotten to the point where I can take it away yet, so I still have to have the gentle leader on her. Every time I try to take it off and just put her leash on her collar, she does something where I have to put it back on. Like, she'll go after her leaf, or she'll eat something, so I have to put it back on her. But eventually we'll get to that point. I mean, we're not even 6 months in yet. December will be our 6 months, and yesterday we celebrated our 5 months. So right before Christmas, we'll be celebrating our 6-month anniversary of getting to meet each other and graduate. So I'm taking off her gentle leader. I'm just unclasping the buckle on the top. I'm taking it off of her nose, which the gentle leader is attached to the leash, so it means that once this is off, she'll be free. Go! And she just jumped out. Now she's shaking. Now she's licking. Now she's licking the phone. Go, Beak! Go, Beak! Go, Beak! Ooh, yeah, you hyper doggy. You hyper doggy. Okay, now she's licking me. Licking my hand. She's, she's lying down with her paws outstretched, in a down position. And I'm just petting her. See, normally she gets, like, super excited. But I guess because I'm filming, she's like, no, I'm just going to stand here and be normal and calm. But yeah, I was going to show you her antics, but I guess I won't be doing that because she's not going that crazy yet. Beacon. Beacon, go. 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 Nope. Normally if I pet her, she'll go nuts, but she's not. Let me stand up. Maybe she might go nuts if I stand up. So I'm standing up. She's standing up too. Go, Beacon. Want a treat? So I'm holding the leash I'm holding the phone in my left hand and leash and the treat pouch, or leash and boot bag in my left arm. And I'm getting a treat for my treat pouch with my right hand. Let me see. I'm going to back up some so you guys can see. Oh, she's following me. Okay. So I have a treat. I'm giving it to her. You can hear her crunching. Go, Beak. Beak, beak, beak. Beak, beak. Now her tail's wagging. Now she's shaking. Oh, she's going nuts. She's going nuts. She's going nuts. Okay, now she's like, she got her head on the ground. Now she's got to back up. Oh, now she's rolling around. Alright. Now she's laying down, rubbing her belly, rubbing her belly, rubbing the belly, rubbing the belly. Yeah. So this is what Beacon does when I get her boots off. She goes nuts. Ooh, sorry. Go back to portrait. Okay, I think we're in portrait, sorry. I kind of switched to landscape. There she is. So she's kind of running around now. Hey, come here. Beacon. Beacon, treat. Beacon, touch. Set my hand out. Good girl, yes. So when I say touch, that means she's going to come and touch my hand with her nose. So I just hold it out, and I can hold it behind my back. Beacon, touch. Good girl. So she touched it with her nose behind my back. Give her a treat. You have to give them a treat every time, so it's kind of like a substitute for clicker training. So instead of using a clicker, I can say touch, and then I can say touch chair, touch bed. Like, I can just come up with different names. And then eventually I can take my hand away from the object and say fill in the blank, and she'll find it for me. And yeah, it's kind of a easier way to use a clicker training without a clicker. So now she's running around. She went in the bathroom. So my bathroom is not really a bathroom. There's like a sink with a tile, and then like the bathroom is separate. There's a door that goes into like a shower and a toilet, and then the other part's like the sink. So when I say the bathroom, she's just walking in the tile of the sink. Now she's over there by the fridge. Come here. Beacon. Beacon. Okay, I hear her. She's like 2 feet away from me. Yeah, the other day she got away from me. I'm giving her a treat. We were doing park time, and when you do that, you make a long leash. And she decided that apparently the leash, like, I had a hold of it, but I hadn't made a long leash yet. She must have thought it was. So she starts dashing away. And, like, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. Like, my heart was just pounding, and I was like, oh my gosh. Because she started running, and I didn't know she was going to stop. Luckily, she found a leaf. So she found a leaf and chewed on it. And this wasn't our normal park area. So I wouldn't have been too worried. I mean, I still would have been worried, but I wouldn't have been too worried if it was a normal park area. This was like a totally different area. So I'm like freaking out. Like, oh my gosh, there's no one around. What if she runs away? Like, the street's like right there. What do I do? And she still had the leash attached, but like, it slipped out of my hand, so I didn't have a hold of it. So she goes running, and I was like yelling her name. I was like, Beacon, Beacon, come here. You know, and except I was louder, but I'm not going to do it because I have neighbors. She's in the bathroom now. Beacon, Beacon, come here. I have my hand in my treat pouch, giving her a treat. Good girl, sit. Sit. Good girl. She's sitting. I had my hand on her head to make her sit. Alright. So anyway, so she goes running. She finds a leaf to chew on, and so luckily that stopped her. And of course, I have no idea where I'm going. This is like a giant open grassy area, which open areas for blind people are horrible, at least for me. I don't have a good sense of direction, so I'm like, I turned, okay. Excuse me, so I start walk/running, because, you know, I don't want to run into something. And I find her, and I grab her leash, and, you know, like, she stayed, so I'm glad, but, oh, it was really scary, because, like, at that point, I didn't have my cane, you know, I was just walking, and I had some people drop me off somewhere, and I was like, yeah, I can make it from here, and then she did that. So I was like, oh, so I kind of like was shaken a little bit. She'd never done that before, except, well, she did it one time at my house, and we were on the steps, and the leash slipped out of my hand because it was all wet, and I had to hold on to the rail. So she slipped, or the leash slipped out of my hand, and she just stood there. She was like, okay, I'll stand here. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I dropped the leash. Like, what do I do? Because, you know, she's not really away from me that much. And so when I think that she's going to run away, like, that's my biggest fear is, like, that I'm not going to be able to catch her. And these dogs are super expensive. Which the money's not, I mean, it is important. But, I mean, I love this dog. So if she runs away, I mean, like, she's not just my pet, you know, which that's important too. She is kind of my pet, but she's also my eyes. So if my eyes run away, I've got a problem. Not only like mobility wise, because I mean I can still get around with a cane, but like she's my dog, you know. Yeah, so it's scary. So if you know if you're blind or sighted, if you have any good stories about like your pet getting away from you, yeah, share. If you want. Because, like, oof, it's scary. And someone saw me, and they were like, are you okay? You look really... Because after I got her, I started walking, and I got lost because I was trying to find the building, and I was like, well, now we wandered around this grassy area, so I have no idea where we are. So we start wandering around, and I find this girl, and she's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, my dog just got away from me. She goes, oh, well, did you find it? And I was like, man, I'm like, lady, I have the dog with me, so obviously I found it, like... We're good. Yeah. Ooh, my camera's level. Alright, so it's telling me that, like, I have to aim right or left, which is really weird because I've never done that before. But now it's telling me to turn different ways. So, apparently it's level. You may or may not be staring at a wall. I have no idea. I'm going to bring it down some. Maybe you can see Beacon. She's laying down with her head on her paws. Yeah, no, in between her paws, sorry. Now it's up. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop rambling now. But yes, I wanted to let you guys know how we're doing with Salt, and it's different traveling in the snow. She gets really excited and tries to run, and I'm like, we gotta slow down. And then when we do slow down, she like slows to a crawl. So I'm like, are we running or are we crawling? Like, which one are we doing? But yeah, she's really good in the snow. It just takes a while. It really takes courage for me because I don't like walking in the snow. So my feet, like, I'm afraid they're gonna slip. And I have yak tracks, which are like springs for the bottom of my shoes, so they work great, by the way. I totally recommend. Not on tile, though. Never do it on tile, because you will slip. It's scary. But, you know, because it's just metal on tile. But they are really sturdy, really strong. For $10 from Amazon, they're great. And snow and ice, awesome. It's just... It's different having that trust with a dog, you know, because with a cane, I gotta go slow. I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. With a dog, though, I can go and I can trust her. And it's a different feeling because, like, before I was always afraid, and now I'm trying to force myself not to be afraid of the snow. It's not as scary, but it's certainly a different experience, you know, because I've got to trust her. I've got to really be confident in my own ability and hers. And it's different. Yeah, so if you're blind and you're thinking about getting a guide dog, consider that as a potential, not really problem, but potential setback for you. Trying to adjust your confidence level to match your dogs, because, you know, one of the big things with guide dogs, or any service dog, or any animal really, if you are afraid or frustrated or whatever, that reflects on your animal. So, like for me, if I'm afraid of the snow, she'll be afraid. She'll sense that fear, and she'll just, it just doesn't work. So I have to be confident, even if I don't really fully feel it. I have to be like, yes, self, you're good, you got this. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna fail, and we wouldn't be a successful team. Yeah, so we're only 5 months in. We've still got a long way to go, but I think we're doing really good. It's not always easy, you know, but I think we'll get there. So, to 5 months and 1 day, we're going to be successful. So, thank you all for watching, and have a blessed rest of your day.